More coffee?
Morning, Miss Madisson.
Oh, please, don't be so formal. Would you like some more coffee?
Yes. Looks like your brother was right after all.
Oh, about what?
Well, Brian said you could actually be friendly. I mean, the way you behaved yesterday was a little difficult to tell.
Well, I must have seemed very rude to you. But, no cream and sugar?
No, thank you.
Since then, I've learned who my friends are.
Well, I'm glad you realize I'm on your side.
Well, I never thought I'd be saying this, but I am very glad you're here.
Well, hope you realize if I'm going to be of any help, you're going to have to cooperate.
Oh, don't worry. My days of playing hide-and-go-seek are over.
Steve.
Good morning, Brian.
Nice to see you on the job.
Can I get you some coffee?
Sure, thanks.
Paige was just about to tell me what happened last night, from the time she stormed out of here until the attempt on her life was made.
Well, the reason why I stormed out of here was because I was really feeling pressured. Everybody seemed to know what was best for me.
It turned out we were right.
So I got in the car and I drove until I saw the motel, and then I got out and I took a room.
And that's when you contacted your friend from the group.
Yeah. I had to get in touch with him and tell him that he had nothing to worry about from me.
Of course he didn't, since you told the district attorney a bunch of lies about people that didn't exist.
Paige, when your friend arrived, what happened?
Oh, we talked for a little while, and then we went out and got something to eat. You know, I hadn't been out in a real long time, and I felt safe, and I wanted to go out and have some fun.
So that's when you decided to go to the disco.
Yeah. God, the place was packed, and by the time the last dance came around, Jed and I had separated, and I was dancing with some stranger.
Yeah, it happens all the time in places like that. Whoever else is on the dance floor is your partner.
You were lucky. You were very, very lucky. Thank God Calvin saw this guy with a knife before anything could happen.
Well, I owe a great deal to your friend. He saved my life twice now.
I understand the man was electrocuted.
Yeah. Well, I know Calvin would have wished he could have taken the guy alive.
It's just so horrible when you realize, I mean, that's two of them dead.
Paige, who are them?
That's one thing they don't know yet. There was no identification on either one of the bodies. I don't think there's much doubt about their mutual connection. Don't you agree, Paige?
Oh, Paige, you can't have any doubts. They had to be part of Tobias's gang.
Okay. I guess there just doesn't seem to be any other explanation.
Well, nothing's going to happen to you from now on. I promise you that.
Steve, I'd love to get my hands on this Tobias jerk. I'll bet all he had to do was snap his fingers to get those wolves on Paige.
Well, you're wrong, Brian.
Oh, Paige, come on. That gang worshipped Tobias like a god. They never questioned what he told them to do. They just went out and obeyed.
If the group is behind these attempts, I'm sure it is without Tobias's knowledge.
How can you be so sure?
Because Tobias wouldn't hurt me.
Even if you posed a threat to him?
Paige, Tobias is a thief and a murderer. You make him sound like Little Mary Sunshine.
Tobias cared for me. He wouldn't hurt me. Oh, Brian, we weren't lovers. Those gossip columns were all wrong.
Were they really?
Oh, he might have been interested, but you know I never encouraged him. You've got to believe that.
Just comrades in arms, huh?
I believed in him, but I was never in love with him. Who is it?
The maid, ma'am.
Edith?
Louise, ma'am.
Come in.
Good day.
Good day to you, whoever you are.
My name is Louise Anderson, Miss Patterson. I'm the new maid.
Oh, so Owen did replace Edith.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I just got a call from the agency this morning. They told me to come out here and speak to Mr. Madisson. He interviewed me and asked if I could start immediately.
Well, Miss Anderson, Louise, I hope you'll like working here.
Oh, I'm sure I will, ma'am. I can't tell you what an honor and a privilege it is to be able to work for a couple as famous as you and Mr. Madisson.
What do you have there?
Some eggs and toast. Mr. Madisson told me you didn't feel much like breakfast before. I thought you might be hungry by now.
Yes, no, I didn't have much of an appetite when I awoke. I was a bit under the weather last night.
As long as you're feeling better now, that's what counts.
Oh, I think we'll get along very well, Louise. At least you care about my well-being.
It's exciting to be around a real movie star. I hope you don't mind my saying so, but you are one of my all-time favorites.
You are a fine judge of talent, Louise.
I have seen every movie you've made at least 3 times, and what's really amazing is that you're more beautiful in person than you were on the screen.
Let's not get carried away, dear.
I hope I'm not being too forward, but do you think that someday you might be able to tell me what it was like to work with all those leading men?
Well, if you want to know the real story, we'll have to wait until sometime when my husband is out of the house.
Oh. You know, when I tell my friends who I'm working for, they'll never believe me. Do you think I could impose upon you for an autograph?
Oh, well, I think I can manage that. I'll make it out to my dear friend Louise. How's that?
Oh, thank you, Miss Patterson. I mean, Mrs. Madisson.
Oh, see who that is, will you?
Louise. May I come in?
Hello, Owen. That'll be all for now, Louise.
I'll be up in a while to clear that tray.
I hope Louise meets with your approval.
Oh, she's a bit starry-eyed, but I think she'll do fine. Can you believe it? She actually asked for my autograph. It's the first time that's happened in years.
Obviously, that made you feel better.
Well, I still have a bit of a headache.
Hangovers have a tendency to linger, but of course I don't have to tell you that.
Yes, well, you've had a few of your own, darling. You remember the morning you pulled up a chair and stuck your head inside the refrigerator? Your hair smelled of mustard all day.
Well, I'm glad to see you're in such a good mood.
And you're not, obviously. You've come up here to spank me for last night. Well, don't bother. I feel as rotten about it as you do. Falling off the wagon is a very bruising experience.
I see. And now we're going to get the speech about never touching a drop again.
As a matter of fact...
Oh, please, don't bother. Really, I've heard it all before.
Owen, I was so frightened last night. So worried. I just simply couldn't stand the pressure.
I can assure you, Nola, that we all found those attempts on Paige's life very unnerving.
I'm so ashamed of myself.
Yes, well, I'm ashamed of you, too. Not to mention disappointed.
It was a solitary lapse. It won't happen again.
Oh, God, I wish I could believe that.
Owen, I need you to forgive me. I want to be strong. And I get so much of my strength from you.
Look, the next time you are in trouble, you run to me and not to the liquor cabinet, okay?
I will. I promise, Owen.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy. Paige is back, safe and sound.
It would be nice if you tell her yourself.
I'll come down in a little bit.
Okay. Oh, you might be interested to know that Louise isn't the only new addition to the household.
Really?
And because of that, things are going to be a lot more secure around here. Paige let me retain that bodyguard, and I've asked Mr. Guthrie to move in with us. See you later.